Few weapons in history have inspired such immediate dread as the flamethrower. It turned fire, a primal force, into a terrifying instrument of war, fundamentally altering the psychology of combat. The roar of its flame became a symbol of terror, leaving soldiers with nowhere to hide. For those who wielded it, the burden was immense power and vulnerability in equal measure. The flamethrower's true impact was psychological, reaching into bunkers and trenches where no bullet could go. Its presence alone could cause panic and surrender, exposing the deep-seated fear of fire in us all. Flamethrower operators were chosen for their courage, carrying volatile fuel and facing extreme danger. Their survival depended on skill, quick thinking, and the support of their comrades. To understand the flamethrower is to see a pivotal moment where technology and human psychology collided. This is the story of a weapon that changed not just tactics, but the very nature of war. The use of fire in warfare is ancient. Arrows wrapped in burning cloth, pots of pitch hurled at enemies, and the legendary Greek fire that burned even on water. Greek fire, a secret of the Byzantine Empire, was a precursor to the modern flamethrower, projecting streams of liquid fire from ship-mounted siphons. For centuries, the idea lay dormant as gunpowder and artillery took centre stage. At the dawn of the 20th century, German engineer Richard Fiedler revived the concept, creating the first modern flamethrowers. Early models, like the Klein Flammenwerfer, used pressurized gas to shoot burning oil, but were heavy and short-ranged. Their psychological impact, however, was immediate and profound. First deployed in World War I, these weapons swept through trenches, clearing out machine gun nests and dugouts. The terror they inspired marked the beginning of a new era in warfare. The stage was set for even more devastating designs to come. World War I flamethrowers were unreliable and dangerous, but engineers saw their potential. The breakthrough came with napalm, a thick, sticky fuel that burned longer and farther, clinging to surfaces and making the weapon far deadlier. The American M2 flamethrower, iconic in the Pacific, featured improved tanks, safer ignition, and greater range. Operators could now control the weapon more precisely, with bursts reaching up to 40 meters. The M2's design made it more stable and reliable, though still heavy and hazardous to carry. These advancements transformed the flamethrower into a precise tool for clearing bunkers and trenches. The weapon's effectiveness was now undeniable, and its psychological impact remained as powerful as ever. Engineers had turned an ancient fear into a modern instrument of war. The flamethrower became a symbol of both technological progress and the brutal realities of combat. Its evolution reflected the relentless drive to overcome the toughest battlefield obstacles. Nowhere was the flamethrower more vital than in the Pacific, where Allied forces faced Japanese defenders entrenched in caves and bunkers. Artillery and bombs often failed. The flamethrower became the answer. Infantry would suppress enemy fire, allowing operators to approach and unleash torrents of jellied fire into openings. The corkscrew and blowtorch tactic devastated defenders, consuming oxygen and making survival impossible inside bunkers. On islands like Iwo Jima, flamethrowers cleared interconnected caves and pillboxes, breaking the deadlock. The psychological impact was immense, sometimes prompting surrender from otherwise unyielding soldiers. Innovations followed, including the Sherman Zippo tank, which projected fire over 100 meters from armoured safety. Whether carried by a lone soldier or mounted on a tank, the flamethrower was indispensable in the brutal island campaigns. It was a weapon uniquely suited to the Pacific's unforgiving battlefields. Carrying a flamethrower was one of the most dangerous jobs in war. Operators were prime targets, their fuel tanks making them conspicuous and vulnerable. Survival demanded courage, technical skill, and absolute trust in their team. Operators had to master their equipment, judge distance, and expose themselves to enemy fire to be effective. The physical and psychological toll was immense. Exhaustion, fear, and the grim reality of their weapons' effects. Success depended on teamwork. Riflemen provided cover, and squads worked together to protect the operator. The story of the flamethrower operator is one of extraordinary bravery and the unbreakable bonds forged in battle. After World War II, flamethrowers faded from modern arsenals, replaced by safer, longer-range weapons. Yet their legacy endures, teaching vital lessons about psychological warfare and survival. The terror they inspired was as effective as their physical destruction, a principle still used in modern, non-lethal and psychological operations. Flamethrower operators exemplified risk management, teamwork and situational awareness, skills essential in any hostile environment. The need to balance a tool's power against its risks remains central to survival planning. Urban warfare today echoes the challenges flamethrowers once solved, clearing fortified positions with precision and teamwork. The tactics developed, suppression, movement and focus force, live on in modern close-quarters battle drills. The flamethrowers' lessons still shape how we approach the most dangerous combat environments. The flamethrower's story is more than a tale of weaponry. It's about human ingenuity, resilience, and the burdens of war. For every engineer who designed it, a soldier had to carry it, facing immense physical and moral challenges. Its effectiveness depended entirely on the courage and skill of its operator, a reminder that technology is always shaped by people. As warfare evolves, the human element remains central, even as machines and AI take the stage. Studying the flamethrower's history reveals the extraordinary lengths people go to survive and protect each other. These stories teach us about teamwork, problem-solving, and the enduring spirit needed to face adversity. The flame may be gone, but the courage and ingenuity behind it continue to inspire.